we've arrived at Wilderness Lakes in Menifee, California. This is another 1,000 trails, about 2 hours west of where we were in Palm Springs. And this is a lovely park. The sites are spacious, it's quiet. We're out in the rural edge of the town. You can hear the Canadian geese instead of traffic, which is lovely. But as we were setting up, we noticed, and when we drove from Palm Springs today, there was a high wind warning. There was a big dust storm that we drove through. I don't know if you can see. Right here, this door has flapped open, and that is in our bedroom closet there. It's plumbed for a washer and dryer in there, and I think this is a dryer vent, right?
Yeah,
if you had a dryer vent, it would come out there. So they drilled this door in there. Well, the lock mechanism is totally gone. It broke off or blew off or something, and the door's just flapping in the wind. So we'll have to figure out some way. We have no plans to put a dryer vent in there, but we'll have to just tape it shut, I guess. Hey everybody, we are exploring the San Diego area today. We're starting in Old Town, which is the old original section of San Diego, but not only the city, they call it the birthplace of California. This is where people came to settle in the 1700s when California was first being settled by the Spanish explorers. And then when California became a state in 1850, this is kind of considered the birthplace of that. So this is a fun little, it's technically a California state park, but it's free, and it's just a little walking neighborhood down here in San Diego. And they've got a lot of historical museums that are also free. This is the office of the first newspaper that was here, and there's all kinds of little mercantiles and shopping. Nice walking area. And then in a little bit, we're going to meet some old friends for lunch who you've seen before on the channel. We'll save that for a little bit later. And we're going to do some other stuff in the area today. So thanks for coming along.
Yeah, back then it was state of the art and unheard of, but now it's common practice.
Is it? I don't know. You know, I mean,
I got you. I used to, every other summer we would drive from Tennessee while everybody from Tampa was heading up to Tennessee for the mountains. We were heading to feed.
House Museum is open. It's a reconstructed home on the original site of the original house, but the whole inside is not decorated like the house. It's part historical museum, so it's kind of telling the history of the area and of the commerce of the town. outside of Old Town is this stately brick home called the Whaley House, termed the most haunted house in the United States. I'm not sure what that's about, but it does cost to go in here, and we're running a little bit late, so we're going to skip the tour today, but that's another good option if you're in this area. Video too. And we're so lucky to get to see our good friends Chris and Ryan. They've been wintering in Florida, but they're visiting San Diego to see their sons. So we are getting together in Old Town. We first met Chris and Ryan last year in Texas when they had first started RVing, and now they've been on the road for over a year. So congratulations to them as well. Oh, that was so great to have lunch with our friends. You know, we were just saying that it's nice when you have friends that you share a hobby or a topic with, because then it's just endless conversation, and we always have a great time talking to them. Now we are going to head down Point Loma, which is outside of San Diego, to the Cabrillo National Monument. It's supposed to have spectacular views of the bay and maybe of Mexico, and we can get in there for free with our America the Beautiful Pass. Hey, we've been waiting in line for about 20 minutes to get up the hill here to Cabrillo National Monument. The traffic is backed up today, but once we got up a little bit closer, the ranger told us that since we have the America the Beautiful Pass, we can go in the express lane once we get past these cones here and go on a little bit faster. That's a really nice perk. So the Cabrillo National Monument is down here at the very tip of Point Loma. It's named after this guy, Cabrillo, who was a Spaniard explorer in the 1500s. He was the first European to sail here and discover it for the New World in 1542. Today it's just a beautiful vista to see the San Diego Bay, and these cruise ships and sailboats in the harbor are just gorgeous to watch. Just down the path from the Visitor Center is the Point Loma Lighthouse. This was built in 1854 and was one of the first lighthouses on the whole Pacific coast. Good-sized house for a lightkeeper. Cabrillo National Monument also has a tide pool area right down by the shore. Closes at 4:30, but if you can get here near low tide, you can see some beautiful tide pools. We're about an hour and a half from low tide right now, so we're gonna quick see what we can do here.
Oh wait, those are crabs. That's right. Those are crabs in the snail shell. Little tiny legs going there. Yeah. Look at them all.
Hey, we have officially been in the RV from coast to coast. We left the Atlantic coast, we were in Wells, Maine, and then Cape Cod last fall. Now we're at the Pacific Ocean. Wow, that's quite an accomplishment. About 15 miles south of San Diego is the little town of San Ysidro. We've stopped here by the post office in San Ysidro to take a very important picture, and I'll explain why when we get back in the truck. The town of San Ysidro, California, is the southwesternmost town in the United States. And we wanted to take a special day trip to come here because you may have seen in one of our other videos, when we were in northern Maine this summer, we visited the northeasternmost town in the United States in Madawaska, Maine. And they have a big Four Corners park there, and there's a motorcycle tour called the Four Corners Tour, where if you can ride your motorcycle to the four corners of the contiguous 48 states in 21 days, then you have finished the Four Corners Tour. You get a plaque at this park and everything. Well, there's no special Four Corners Park here, but this is the point on the motorcycle tour that is the southwesternmost point. And most people that I saw online tend to take their picture in front of this post office sign to prove that they were in the town. Now, we also visited the southeasternmost point in Key West for our 20th anniversary, which was almost 9 years ago. We went to Key West for our anniversary, and we had our picture next to the big buoy down there. So not in the RV, but we have been now to 3 of the points, and next spring when we do the Pacific Northwest, we'll try to hit Blaine, Washington, and that will make all 4 corners. So the Imperial Beach, California Pier is about as close as we're going to get to Mexico on this trip. It's just a couple of miles north of the border, which is right over here, and there's some islands way off in the distance that are part of Mexico. I don't know if you can see them in the foggy late afternoon sun, but we're going to leave you here. Thanks for coming along to San Diego with us today, and I hope you have a great week. Bye, guys.